and take out your bulletins, and let's walk through these two fascinating stories together, because they make no sense apart. We start in verse 24 with a lawyer, 25 with a lawyer who asks a lawyer kind of question. Jesus, what must I do to inherit eternal life? We got a type A, goal-driven people like me in this congregation. Raise your hands. It is a question that type A, goal-driven people ask. What do I do? What test can I ace? What merit badge can I earn? What person's affection can I gain? What do I have to do to inherit eternal life? What was the answer? Those of you who type A, goal-driven people, you go nuts with this answer. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. All of it. And, extra credit, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Have fun. And then comes one of the most fascinating questions in all of the Bible. Who's my neighbor? How do you spell neighbor? Jesus' answer to that question is a story, and folks, it could not be more radical. There is a man going down the road from Jerusalem to Jericho, and his name is George Logan. You're sitting in the wrong pew, George. Huh? What's critical is the geography. From Jerusalem to Jericho is not unlike Reisterstown Road in Owings Mills, Maryland. It is clear that this guy's a Jew. George gets beaten up by the side of the road, and Kathy Ritchie, old Kathy Ritchie that she is, Kathy Ritchie and I walk by. And Kathy Ritchie and I, George, pass you by on the other side. We're family. You know what a priest is. A Levite is the priest's assistant, and we're family, and we pass by on the other side. Now, hear me, folks. These two people have gotten a bum rap for 2,000 years because there may have been really good reasons to pass by on the other side. Name one. You're at a church meeting with the chicken casserole that we just... What if the guy who's beat George up is right there by the side of the road too, waiting for us? There's another important reason why we shouldn't stop, Kathy. And that's because if we stop and help that guy who's bloody and bruised, and we become ritually impure, and there is a congregation back in Jerusalem waiting for us to do ministry to. And we can't do it if we are ritually impure. So the challenge is not between good and bad. The challenge is between duty and duty. It's a tough choice. What would you have done? And then Jesus says, a third person stops by. And you know as well as I do that a Samaritan is the Jews' hated enemy. George, don't tell me, but think of the most hated person in your life. That's who stopped. Barack Obama is laying by the side of the road, and here comes Dick Cheney. A Jew is laying by the side of the road, and a Palestinian stops. You're laying by the side of the road, and someone with a different sexual preference, moral code, ethical background, socioeconomic level, that person stops. I think The reason that Samaritan stopped is because he was asking a different question than Kathy and I were asking.